I would contend that most people use their tongue in a highly habitual way that leaves parts of the tongue out. While most of us are quite capable of doing common tasks with our tongue, like speaking and swallowing, we often fail to use certain parts of the tongue when doing these things. So let's look at a few concepts we can use to find these parts of the tongue that we neglect. First, we want to extend the tongue forward so that the tip of the tongue is touching the top of the lower front teeth. This is just a starting point to get our tongue forward so that it's not retracted in the mouth. Now let's try expanding the tongue to the sides. Just use that as your cue first. Keep the tongue forward, but expand to the sides as much as you can. Your tongue should run into the sides of your teeth. Really try this for a moment before continuing. Try to expand your tongue again, but take note. Do you actually expand equally to both sides? Compare by really extending in one direction and then the other. Does your tongue run into the teeth equally on both sides? Also, make sure you're expanding not just at the front of your mouth, but also at the back. Do you feel your molars on both sides? Or are you not touching on one or both sides? Do you feel the top and bottom teeth with your tongue on both sides? Or are you favoring the top of the tongue on one side and the bottom of the tongue on the other? Try to make the back of the right side of your tongue press against the right molars, while the front of the left side of your tongue presses against the teeth at the front left side of your mouth. Then do the opposite. Was there a difference? Can you make these two movements simultaneously? You may begin to realize that the musculature of your face, in particular your lips and your lower face, are involved in this. I find I have to sort of smile to get my tongue to touch both sides of the teeth in an equal way. Don't open your mouth with the smile, but see if a sort of smile makes a difference. Your upper lip in particular should be pulled apart to widen, though really you can engage a widening of the whole lower face. The tongue, when expanded, forms a sort of oval that fits into the horseshoe-type shape of the jaw. The muscles of the tongue are interconnected with these muscles of the jaw and lower face. If we want our tongue to be engaged in an appropriate manner, it's going to have to be done in conjunction with engaging these muscles of the lower face. Can you get a balance between these muscle groups? You don't want your tongue to be engaged, but to have all the muscles of your lower face be disengaged. Are you in control of these muscles at the lower end of your face? Are they engaged? Obviously, there is not just a connection between the tongue and the jaw muscles. The neck, the torso, the legs, and the whole body interact with the tongue. Come back to the ideas we've looked at earlier in this series. Does rolling your ribcage up the imaginary wall at your ankle help you to engage your tongue? Does expanding your feet help? Let's zoom in on the tongue again. To start, extend it forward and widen it across the mouth. Now, are you able to pull the top of your tongue up and the bottom of your tongue down to expand the tongue top to bottom? Don't let your tongue shorten backwards or side to side. After that, try to do a sort of opposite. Keep your tongue forward and widened, but now pull the top of your tongue down and the bottom of your tongue up. Go down across the top of your tongue all the way to the back. Push the whole bottom of the tongue up against that. See if you're favoring one side. Let's take this idea into walking, where we can really put the three ideas we've looked at so far together. Can you walk while keeping your feet expanded and your ribcage rolled upward? Add to that you want to expand your tongue forward and to the sides, and switch between expanding it top to bottom and narrowing it top to bottom. This engagement really of the lower face, when paired with these other ideas, should help you stay quite upright as you walk. You want to keep your head high, but many people immediately pull their head back when they try to keep their head up, and so they end up tipping their head down at the back. Instead, for now, just make sure your tongue is engaged forward and your lower face is not narrowed or limp. Getting your tongue properly engaged is not just a matter of the tongue. The support through the feet and legs, the support of the torso, and the interaction with the muscles of the face are all needed. So try these ideas out, as the very attempting to make these movements of the tongue will provide the opportunity to find more support from your pelvis, torso, and neck. These habits in your tongue aren't going to change in a day, but the more we can connect these distant parts of the body together, the sooner we will get the totality of our musculoskeletal system to properly function. So give it some time and give it some thought.